My visit to Dean's Court has been full of historical insights, pioneering and creative endeavor. And now...
And we are right in the center of some of the best fishing in the world. You going to get in, Julie, and have a go?
Yeah, I think, you know, I will. I have to get in. It's safe. What? Did you get one? Oh my gosh, I thought you...
Afraid not.
I was hoping.
There's hoping.
I wade in for a fly fishing lesson. And I explore the hidden depths of this astonishing house.
1,300 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, incredible. I'm so pleased I got to see this. That is just, that is a real treat. When I married into the British aristocracy, it was the start of a wonderfully exciting journey. But it was also a little daunting. I became a Viscountess, and for an American girl from a small town outside Chicago, that was quite a shock.
I live with my husband Luke, heir to the Earl of Sandwich, and our family at Mapperton House in Dorset. Mapperton is a glorious sandstone house dating originally from the 1540s. It is known as Britain's finest manor house, and it is full of wonderful treasures collected by Luke's ancestors.
Living in a place like this is a joy, but also a challenge. And every day we're aware that we're preserving a very special part of Britain's heritage. Mapperton has opened up an extraordinary new world for me, and I can't wait to share it with you all.
So if you love castles and manors and stately homes as much as I do, please join me as I head off to visit some of Britain's most spectacular historic homes.
On these trips, I'll be meeting other owners who manage these large houses and estates, as well as some of the fantastic people who work there too. With them, I'll be exploring the history, the landscapes, and the innovations of generations past and present. And I'm particularly keen to meet the remarkable women who, like me, have married into these families, bringing new ideas, energy, and more than a touch of style.
I'll be sure to roll up my sleeves and help out with a few jobs along the way.
Is there a snake in here?
Yeah.
What? What?
So please join this American Viscountess as I journey into the British countryside in search of some of Britain's finest historic houses.
Just a short walk from the house, on the banks of the River Allen, William and his friend Guy spend mindful afternoons fly fishing for wild brown trout.
How do you know it's a grated?
Because it says so on the tin.
I hope I'm not gate crashing.
No, just a bit of fly talk.
A bit of fly talk.
Yeah, yeah.
And, well, I've come prepared, I think.
Oh my God.
Excellent.
Yeah, they're
you
enormous.
Are so ready.
But
Yeah.
apparently this is what you need to fly fish.
That's what you need.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Waders?
That and a few flies and
And
a few trout.
Yeah. I'd
Yeah.
really like to
Wow.
get that.
And
Yeah.
a
Trout.
clear river.
One,
Yeah.
two. Okay, so I've done fly fishing once before,
Right.
and I didn't catch a thing. Is that normal?
Yes.
Yes.
Especially if you're with us.
And with a slightly muddy river today because there was so much rain yesterday, so
That
the
is a
river is
problem,
not quite
because
as...
it's like we're fishing on sight, so the whole point is to be able to see them through the clear water.
Oh.
And as it's completely cloudy, it's a bit difficult to know where the fish are.
But I
Okay.
think...
Because you normally stalk them, you find a fish and then kind of stalk it.
And then you stalk it.
So
So
with
now
a-
it's just gonna be down to luck.
So now it's down to, pot luck.
Okay, down to
Yeah.
potluck. Okay.
Okay, so you're going to wade her up, take a chair.
I'll take a
A
chair.
rocking chair's not going to work.
No.
No.
But where are your waders? I thought this was
We're going to sort of watch you.
Are you just so seasoned as
Guy's
trout
gonna
fishers that
direct
you
you.
don't even need waders anymore?
Absolutely. Years and years of doing nothing but fish.
That you don't need the waders anymore. I mean, they are rather spectacular, though.
Beautiful
aren't they?
waders. God,
Very
look at
grown
that.
up.
I know.
Thermal
Well,
lined as well. Wow.
listen, I need to come prepared. Woo! Look at this. And what are these dangling things for?
That's to strap them on if you want, but
No, I think that's meant to attach to something that you probably should have higher up. like a waistcoat
Maybe
or
it's
something
when I,
to keep you,
you know,
to keep them up.
When I land a fish.
Yes,
maybe
you can hook one on
Hang on.
each side.
I can hook it on each side. Now that would be a photo, right?
That would be a
I
photo.
could, okay, brilliant.
Okay, so you've got the waders on.
There we go.
You've got a couple
Now,
of
how many
rods.
years have you both been fly fishing?
About 10 years.
Yeah.
Right.
I
So
mean,
you're,
Guy,
so you're
once a year.
semi-professional then?
Once a year.
but Guy and I cleared this river when we arrived here. It was almost grown over. You couldn't fish it at all. So he and I
did
got
actually restore
stuck
it.
in together. Spent a long time
And it's amazing.
clearing it.
If we did a little, nature did quite a lot for us after that. It was an extraordinary experience, actually.
Okay.
Do I need a rod?
Yes.
You're gonna,
Okay.
we'll carry it for
Okay.
you. We'll be your gilly.
That's brilliant. Thank you both very much. Okay.
So probably, Judy, the best thing is if Guy gives you a little demo,
Right.
and the best place to do casting is in a field, not next to the river, because there's less to catch.
Okay,
There's less
yes.
things for the fly to get caught on.
Okay.
So if I let Guy give you a little
Okay.
run through, I'm going to keep out of the way.
Right.
Okay. So
Okay.
I'll just give you a very quick demonstration.
Okay. Should I stand clear of
Yeah,
the...
yeah, I'm just going to quickly just do a cast or two and then kind of get you to do the same. So
I'm just gonna-
the idea is to get this tiny fly, imitation fly that we have on the rod, on the
Right.
line here,
Right.
is to get it out into the middle of the field
Okay.
and projecting it as far as possible, which is why we use a slightly heavy line to give us some weight. So the idea is to come back sort of like you're answering a telephone call, just at 90 degrees to your ear. No further, because if you take it further, the line will drop behind you. We want to keep the line in the air behind us and then pull on this as it's coming forward. So just like this. So we go back and we pull a bit on this, and we're using the line now to get out as far as we can to where the
So you're
fish...
pulling this
to where
back
the
towards you.
Yeah, just slightly like that, and then up to here and then forward again, sort of moving forward until you find your final destination,
Okay.
where the fly should drop down in front of the fish, and then you bring it back to the bank. Okay, so you give it a whirl. So there we are. You take the rod. Are you right-handed?
I am right-handed.
Okay, so
Where's my fly?
it's here, the red.
Is it supposed to look like a fly?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
This doesn't, because it's got a bit of felt on the
Right.
barb to stop it coming back and hitting us.
oh, okay, phew.
But
So
there
I'm
is-
bring it back like I'm
bring
saying
it-
hello. And I
yeah.
might say hello, it might help me.
Okay. And let the line go behind you,
Okay.
and then pull and go forward. Just a gentle.
Hello?
That's it. Okay. And then back again, because you're going to do it lots of times to feed the
So I'm
line
gonna do
out.
lots of times. I would do this several times in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The same thing.
Okay.
So. Okay. And then forward again.
I didn't pull it.
You didn't pull it.
Hello?
And that's, whoops, now the heavy lines sort of come down through the rod. Let go of the line.
If it's this difficult on dry land, I don't think the trout have anything to worry about when I wade into the water.
Don't flick it, and remember, what we're trying to do is imitate fly life. So when that fly lands on the river, it needs to be really gentle, like a real one. So you just want to almost feel like gently.
Okay, okay.
Better.
It felt better.
It was getting there. The only thing that made it go slightly sideways was you just got a breath of air, which is every fisherman's nightmare, every
Okay.
fly
Can I
fisherman's
do it
nightmare.
one more time?
Yeah.
I think I've done it. You think it's okay? Okay.
Yeah, it's getting there. And let it go. That's it. So there you go. And it landed, although you didn't, well, we don't want to go far, but it landed nice and gently.
Okay. I think I'll end on that one.
Well, it's definitely a high.
I mean, it's an improvement from
The first
from
one.
5 minutes ago.
Yeah,
Right.
massive. We didn't need to untangle anything.
Exactly.
And if there's been a fish there, it would have eaten it. It would have
That's right.
done.
That's right. I've succeeded with not tangling it up.
This tranquil landscape is beautifully unspoiled and bursting with wildlife. I can absolutely see why William and Guy enjoy spending time here.
So this might be a nice little spot to try.
It's lovely, and it
Yeah,
has a bench.
It has
For those
a
of us
bench,
who
yeah, so you can
won't
take
be
a...
fishing. But is it safe to go in?
It should be,
'cause
because
it's
this
so
is
fast.
this is a shallow bit.
But this is a chalk stream.
This is a chalk
chalk
stream,
stream.
yeah. This is a very special type of waterway, and it's very unlike the usual what we call coarse rivers that you see everywhere. Chalk streams are fed by springs, which from rainfall that comes down through falls on chalk downlands, is filtered through the aquifer, and then comes up in springs and then forms a river.
Oh my goodness.
Rather than being fed by runoff from fields, which is why all other rivers are usually this colour because they're fed by, you know, muddy, silty water. But when a chalk stream is looking really good, it's absolutely crystal clear because it's fed by this filtered, very, very pure, nutrient-rich water.
So you can drink the water?
Drink it, yes. But not only that, it attracts a huge amount of wildlife because there's an enormous amount of invertebrate life going on at the bottom of the chalk stream. And then you're going up the food chain, you've got the fish, then you've got the birds that come for the fish, the otters, and all sorts of things. So these chalk streams are absolute habitats for everything, and some people call them the rainforests of Great Britain. And the interesting thing is that because we've got so much chalk in the southern part of this country, we've got about 76% of the world's chalk streams in England, and about 50% of them are within 30 miles of here.
You're kidding me?
Yeah, they're a really rare resource, and people fly in from all over the world to fish for trout, brown trout on these streams here. And we are right in the centre of some of the best fishing in the world.
So when you're fishing for trout, you obviously want to go to chalk streams, but you want to be able to spot the fish first, so you're not just, you know, going in it blind
No, you're not.
and hoping for the best.
No, you're finding a fish and then you're like stalking that fish. So as when William was just saying, it's gin clear, we walk down the bank and we could, if it was clear now, we could see lots of different brown trout. So you'll look at the fly life of that particular day and that time of year, and then you'll imitate that by putting a fake fly on one of these lines and then try and imitate it again landing on the water. But as you've already seen your fish, so you're just trying to aim just in front of its nose, so that when it floats over.
So it's much more fun than regular fishing.
It's better than just watching
it float. It's like a sport.
It's like a proper sport.
Yeah.
But a really, really good fly fisherman will only spend 50% of his time fishing. He's sitting there on benches like this, watching the fly life, watching the fish, seeing where they're rising, what they're rising for, and watching their behaviour.
And then
you're just trying to imitate exactly what's happening in wildlife.
But you're outwitting the fish. That's
you're outwitting the fish, which is rather fun. So can I see you do a little cast
We
there,
can
Guy?
do a little casting, but it's going to be hit and miss, obviously,
I know,
because
you
we can't see.
But I still have to see your,
can,
you know,
I'll get out of your
extraordinary
way.
skill of casting. I have to get in, and it's safe. What? Did you get one? Oh my gosh, I thought you got one.
Afraid not. And
But
all
brilliant.
the fish that we catch here, we catch and release now.
Right.
So everything that we catch goes back into the river,
Fantastic.
which is great, I think.
Yeah, which is great. It's just.
I think that's right. It doesn't take anything out of the sport.
And then it was time to put the waders to the test.
Ooh.
Is it deep?
It's a bit muddy at the side.
Okay. I mean, they're working. I just want to, you know.
Don't go here.
Don't
There's
go
a
where?
pool there. So go straight.
Straight up. You sure?
Yeah,
know
yeah. I
is
know
the
it pretty
stream-
well.
I should say, okay. Like, I'm not going to just all of a sudden plunge to my.
Yes.
You need a rod, don't you?
Okay.
Where is it? Is
Well,
it
to
this
look professional.
It's
one?
quite
Where's
fun.
your...
Okay, wait. Ooh, it's quite. I mean,
Yeah.
the current. Hold on. Okay, I'm just gonna. Do you think that, you know, this is good?
This is great.
It's great.
Take a rod.
Yeah. So I really look like I'm
Sorry,
doing
Willie.
it. Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna.
That's it.
No.
But you could
I'll
flick
just
it around.
pretend.
Yes.
I'll just pretend.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to.
Shut your eyes and do the Zen
That's
thing.
right. I'll do the Zen thing. It's my yoga.
There you go.
So here's my thumb. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, that went straight. Exactly.
I like the hello.
It's looking good.
That's great.
And then I'll just let it kind of sit there.
The only thing and fish upstream.
Oh. That would make sense.
Yeah.
Gosh, but you could really spend hours here, couldn't you?
You could, and people
actually,
do.
You tune in to the wildlife and the flies and everything, standing in the river with it going in and around your legs. Quite often you'll be standing there and fish will be like swimming in and around you.
I mean, that's incredible.
And then you've got the joy of all the other wildlife. We've got a pair of kingfishers.
I really could spend hours here. I can see how many people spend many hours here, because you're not just trying to catch that fish. You're trying to find a little bit of peace.
Yeah, you're immersed in it, and it is a bit like meditation, because you're so concentrating on the one object in mind.
I hope you are having as much fun watching these episodes of American Viscountess as I am making them. It is so important to bring history to life and to celebrate these wonderful places. But we need your help, as we rely entirely on the support of our patrons who help cover the costs of production. Please do join our community of supporters by becoming a patron at patreon.com/American Viscountess. Here you'll get early access to all the episodes, as well as a lot of other behind-the-scenes benefits. I really look forward to seeing you there.
So, Julie, there's just one little part of the house I'd love to show you, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no.
Down in the cellars.
Please, yes,
so
please.
Down the spiral staircase.
So this spiral staircase.
This spiral staircase was the one that was used by the staff pretty much exclusively. They weren't allowed to use the main staircase, but they could get from the cellars all the way down here, all the way up through the house, right up to the top. It's quite a steep climb.
Yeah,
but,
that is a steep climb.
Yeah.
It's quite
exactly.
claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Right.
So
now we're heading.
We're going to head
like a maze.
to the other corner of the house.
Okay, I'll follow
me.
you.
The cellars run all the way through the house, and they were a very important part of the function of the house, particularly when it came to food, because a lot of meats were cured here. They were brined or they were hung, and there were stores. That's the apple store in there. These are all really food storage rooms or food preparation rooms, and there's one
vast.
room. Yeah, it goes on throughout the whole house. But this is the Saxon bit. We're now coming out into the Georgian bit, and you'll see they sprung the arches off the old Saxon bit. And this is this little piece of wall here is the only exposed bit we've got. So this is the outside of the house that was built in 705 or thereabouts.
Oh my goodness.
So you can see
the outside of the house. So when I was standing in the hall, I was standing in the middle of where this wall would have been.
Yeah. When we were standing in the hall, we would have been essentially on what you call the second floor, because you'd have to go up. But, but because this was an undercroft. But, and you'll notice here where we've scraped out a bit of brickwork here. This is an old window that was blocked up by the Georgians, and there's the lovely stone lintel there. And you can just make out the outline of the ancient window.
And
you can see that there's this whole mixture of different types of stone here, so they didn't mind what they used. A lot of it is what we called heath stone, because there's a lot of sandy heath around here, and of course it was fairly light to transport and it was easy to build with.
Right.
But there could well be some Roman stone in here, because they would just quarry anything that they came across.
1,300 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, incredible. I'm so pleased I got to see this. That is just, that is a real treat.
Coming soon, I join William at Wimborne Minster, the monastic church with foundations dating back to the Saxon period.
And there goes the quarterjack.
William shows me where generations of his family have worshipped.
Let me show you, this is the Hannam family pew.
You have your own pew?
Yes.
Can I sit in it?
And we visit the 17th century chained library, one of the earliest public libraries in Britain.
Handwritten.
And handmade inks. Handwritten.
Wonderful. I mean, just spectacular. I mean, this is a treasure trove up here.
Just like the fictional Downton Abbey, historic homes once functioned with housekeepers, footmen, and butlers tending to the needs of the family. Here at Dean's Court, the the basement is a warren of rooms where meals were prepared and food stored. After harvesting the wonderful organic produce from the kitchen garden, James is busy preparing supper. I'm supposed to be helping him.
I'm trying to find James right now, but I'm rather interested in exploring down here as well. So I shall just follow. Oh, there's another one. I'm gonna follow the smell, but before I've got to try to get into as many rooms down here. Look at, obviously, wine cellar, recycling, excellent, but wonderful. Wine cellar, oh, so fun. I mean, this would be brilliant for hide and seek. Actually quite scary. No, there's more rooms in here. I mean, I love going to downstairs of these historic houses because there's so many rooms. It's quite extraordinary. Oh, there comes the light. Not sure what this room was used for, but obviously this one's used for billiards now. But it's just extraordinary how many rooms there are. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my goodness. It's like a treasure trove in here. Look at this old carriage. This is really filled with real Dean's Court treasures here. I mean, I would have a heyday here. All right, this is where the smells are coming from. I found you. I mean, it was so easy because it smells amazing. And oh my, it's beautiful.
So yeah, cool. So
what are you making then?
So we've got the beetroot that you picked earlier. So this is going to be like a beetroot chutney. So got, yeah, loads of nice spices and some lentils and stuff. So that would be like a nice dipping chutney.
Lovely.
Then we've got some tomato-based sauce here, which we've used some of our own spices. So the coriander and fennel went to flour, and then I've harvested the seeds and used them in some of these dishes. And then we've got a dal at the back. So here are all the other veggies we harvested earlier.
Oh my goodness!
So
cauliflower.
The cauliflower. This is your
celeriac. Kale.
And then this is a butternut squash, which I harvested before, but these are going to go in with the dal at the back. And then these ones are going to just sort of be dressed up with some of the herbs, parsley and stuff from the garden.
Oh my goodness, what a feast.
Yeah,
this is fantastic.
Yeah, no.
Wonderful. Okay, so what can I help with?
So there's some aubergines just over there. So if you want to just slice them up, and then we'll pop them in with the tomato sauce. Okay. And then 15-20 minutes we'll be good to go.
Okay, wow, cool. Fantastic. Should I, I'm just going to
have a little
wash my hands.
Yeah, cool.
So is there like a particular way to slice up the aubergine?
They've already been roasted, but literally we just want to slice them into pieces like that big.
Okay.
So you can do a few at a time.
Okay, great.
And, yeah.
Okay. So this is going into the tomato
sauce. So that's got, some of the spices from the garden.
And these are all your recipes?
A mixture, yeah. I get inspired. I did some travelling in India when I was, 5 years ago or so. And that's, it's the food I most like eating. My girlfriend's vegan, so it kind of like spices make vegetables taste better.
They do, they do. Spice it up.
Good to go. So you can chuck that straight on in with these tomatoes.
Okay.
Cool.
Fantastic.
And you give them a nice stir, get all that flavour.
Oh, lovely. I mean, the smell is, smell is pretty darn amazing.
Yeah.
So I know that the taste is going to be outstanding.
And then at the back here, we've got the rice. And I forgot to say earlier, I picked some of the fig leaves from the fig tree. So we've actually got fig leaves in there.
No.
And hopefully they've got a slightly coconut flavour. So I've literally just cooked it as you would cook rice with a few fig leaves in. And
Fantastic.
We'll see. That's an experiment. So.
I like that experiment. But why would the fig bring out a coconut flavour?
I'm not sure. It's really strange. Sometimes different parts of a plant have flavours reminiscent of other things. It's like eating the thing we're not used to eating sometimes can yield, something a bit different. So.
Well, brilliant. Well, thank you, James. I'm so glad I found you. I was down exploring. And it's extraordinary down here, but I was obviously drawn to the smell of the kitchen. So brilliant. So I'll see you then later. Upstairs shortly for dinner. Great. Thanks, James. Bye.
My visit to Dean's Court has quite simply been amazing. I've loved every second. and it's topped off with a wonderful organic feast in the dining room.
But can I just say a huge thank you to all of you for just really welcoming me here with such open arms, letting me sort of, you know, really spend a full day out. I mean, just from the beginning, learning a little bit about the history of Dean's Court, your ancestors, but also, you know, that this goes back 1,300 years. I mean, that still blows my mind. But also that this house has been in your family for nearly 500 years. And then Allie, just looking at all the things that you've created here, and you know, the kitchen garden, it's for you to find peace in and calm, but also your passion about. Lottie, I'm not just saying this, but just finding Lottie in that beautiful room, embroidering with the sunlight coming in, and just bringing a pastime back to life, if you like, but also creating a business out of it. As I think it's just empowering women who are mothers as well, and especially young mothers, and that's not a lot of sleep. You're constantly, do you know what I mean? Right, you're feeding, you know, it's a lot, and then just to find something that you were, you know, really immersed yourself in over lockdown through the YouTube videos, and then now you've created this business. To me, it was just something beautiful about seeing you in that room that I really loved. It's just extraordinary.
So far.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.
Exactly. To Dean's Court.